Hi, it's a quick video. I'm going to show you how to watch EFL games online from anywhere in the world. So I am including in the UK, so the domestic market, and internationally. So if you follow any of football clubs in the English Football League, this is the video to watch. Now, when I talk about the EFL, of course I'm talking about divisions 2, 1 and the Championship. This doesn't include the Premiership, which have different licensing rights and you watch them in a different way. So if you want to watch the rights of Match of the Day, Premiership teams like Manchester United, Liverpool, Man City, that sort of thing, you will have to use a different method. But this is for the EFL, so you want to watch people like Derby, Wrexham, Birmingham, stuff like that. This is the place to watch. Okay, so basically all the EFL matches you can watch abroad using two main methods. One is a platform called iFollow, which I'll show you in a minute, and the club platform. So the bigger clubs like Birmingham have their own streaming rights, so they manage their own rights. So you can go to their websites and buy access then. Now there are some restrictions and some caveats which I'll go through now. Okay, basically the easiest way is if you're outside the UK. Okay, so if you're outside the UK, you're classed as an international viewer, and basically you can watch anything on iFollow, doesn't matter which time. Couple of restrictions. Sometimes when Sky or an overseas broadcast partner, so maybe a French broadcaster or a German broadcaster have rights to a match, you won't be able to see it. But generally, all of League 1 and 2, you can watch every single match, either on iFollow or if they manage their own streaming options. Championship, there's a few more restrictions because they're more popular and higher profile. There are some blackouts, but generally you can usually watch most matches. Remember, iFollow is the main platform, but not all clubs use iFollow. It's kind of like a generic streaming platform that people use. Bigger clubs like Birmingham have done their own arrangements and you have to go through their website. But the restrictions and the licensing rules are exactly the same. Okay, so outside the UK. Now let's pick a team like Wrexham, who are sort of kind of one of the most famous teams at the moment because, and the good thing is, they've been through all the divisions. They come up from League 2, 1 and now in the Championship. So I used to watch quite a lot of the Wrexham games and they were very easy to watch in the lower leagues. Championship, now they're getting picked up by Sky Sports and different broadcasters, so sometimes there's a blackout. I watch them from the UK, and I'll show you how to watch as an international viewer from the UK by using a VPN very shortly. Okay, so you should be able to watch most matches. Wrexham use iFollow, for example. Few blackouts, but most of the matches you can watch. When they were in 1 or 2, you could watch all of them. And that's the same for most teams. Divisions 1 and 2, you should be able to watch nearly every match. Okay, which clubs use iFollow? Now, this changes a lot because clubs have even changed sometimes mid-season. So be careful for buying iFollow. You can get subscriptions that last 3 months or the season or stuff like that. So be wary of that. When you actually buy each individual match, I think it costs about €11 for most games. So iFollow users, most clubs use that, including Wrexham, as I say, Coventry City, Mansfield Town, Preston North End, Grimsby, Sheffield Wednesday, Watford. They all use iFollow, so you'll see them on their platforms. I'll show you in a minute from the Wrexham site what it looks like. The clubs that use their own platforms are clubs like Birmingham, Bristol, Cardiff, Derby, Hull, Middlesbrough, QPR, Stoke, Sunderland, and there are a few others. Generally, they're the bigger clubs. A lot of them are ex-Premiership, and they've kind of set their own infrastructure in place. All 72 EFL clubs will offer international streaming in some form, whether through iFollow or their own digital platforms. Remember, iFollow is available default to international users. It won't be accessible for UK users, and I'll show you why, but you can get round that. Now, you can watch EFL games with a VPN, okay? Now, let me just show you quickly. This is a Wrexham site, and the next match is Wrexham versus Derby County. And you can see I've got an audio pass there. All I can do is buy this is the iFollow. I'm in the iFollow tab, hopefully. I can buy audio commentary of the match, but this is on Saturday at 12 o'clock. It's actually on Sky, I think, as well. Now, if I start my VPN and I go connect to a different country, this will all change. Now, let me just show you. I use NordVPN. It's a great VPN, very cheap. And there's a great discount link that makes it even cheaper in my description below if you want to support the channel. Now, this is the Chrome extension. There's a little program you can use as well, but Chrome extension works pretty well. And all I have to do is click on any country other than the UK. So I've got UK there. I don't want a UK VPN. I need a German or a French one. Let's click on France. And that makes an internet connection, a virtual private network connection to a French server. And the beauty is now I will have a French IP address. And that's all these websites do. The iFollow and the Wrexham site will look at my IP address now and see I'm in France. I'm not, obviously, but it's seen the VPN server address. So let's just refresh this page. And hopefully you will see now my options improve because I'm now an international viewer. And you can see I've got a video pass there. Now I could click on that and I buy a video pass and it will work perfectly well. I believe it costs €11 for most matches I've watched. I've watched them quite a few EFL matches on different clubs. I should remind you, lots of people get caught out on this and they think it's going to block your payments, but I've used a UK debit card and I've used a UK credit card and I've never had any issues. Oh, I've used, I think you could use to watch PayPal as well, but they don't check your location by a payment method, which a lot of sites do. iFollow don't. So I could buy that and watch the next Wrexham match or whichever one I want. Now I can't say if the sites of Birmingham or Derby County, whether they check the payment method. I would be surprised if they would. iFollow is the bigger sort of partner in this, and I can't see them restricting the payment method, but I'm not 100% sure. And if you do know, for instance, if Birmingham will block you based on you having a British credit card, I'd appreciate a quick comment in the link below. And that's all it is to it. That works perfectly well. I've been watching about 4 or 5 EFL matches every sort of month for a few years now, all using the VPN. So remember, I'm in Britain, so I won't normally be able to buy that. You won't see this link. You won't be able to watch the EFL matches live if you're in the UK unless you've got a VPN. Okay, so watching EFL games with a VPN, you've just seen me do it. You select a VPN, just pick a country, preferably one that's near you. USA or Canada. Obviously, if you're on holiday or you're abroad or you're in a different country, you don't need the VPN, okay? The VPN is only for people who want to watch EFL games in the UK, okay? So if you are in the UK, connect to an international server and you should be able to access the stream. Generic warning, you're bypassing their terms and conditions, really. Just like people watch BBC from the Costa del Sol. Technically, you could get your iFollow account suspended or deleted. Shock horror, that would be awful. You'd have to create another one then. Okay, and that's basically it. So, viewing strategy. Check your club's platform. Find out whether they stream from their own site or iFollow. Just go to their website. You'll see some mention of it. If you're using iFollow, it's probably the easiest. Expect some blackouts, especially if your team is in the championship, expect some blackouts where the match might be restricted for international licensing. You can use your VPN to perhaps go and directly to some of these sites. If if the site is a game is licensed to French TV, go and have a look on French TV using a French VPN, for instance. Bottom line is you'll find most EFL matches are accessible abroad or in UK via a VPN. A few championship teams like Birmingham and Norwich have got a few restrictions. I find it doesn't get blocked very often. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. That's how to watch EFL games using iFollow in the UK or abroad. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.